Hey guys, hope you are all doing fine and well. In this video, I want to talk about how to get shit done. Now, of course, before I get into the video, I'm gonna have to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Send it to one or two or three of your friends. Send your favorite video from my channel that you enjoyed and you thought it has value or it's thought-provoking or anything else. So share it with your friend. I'm trying to get the channel to have more than 100 subscribers because YouTube algorithm tend to discriminate against small channels, and I'm trying to grow this channel in 2014 to create more content and better content for you guys. So if you enjoy any of my stuff, give me an incentive. Incentives are important. I will do a video on this later on to explain why incentives matter. But give me an incentive to create more videos and to make them better. Okay? So, let's get into the topic of today's video. The topic of today's video is how to get shit done. Now, this is a subject that many people talk about. Books have been written on the subject, seminars, lectures, everything is out there for you to help you get shit done, but you still don't get shit done, right? Now, I'm gonna talk from my own personal experience, how I struggled with getting shit done. What are the factors that lacked when I couldn't get shit done? What are the factors that existed that were in place when I was able to get shit done? I thought about this for a long time because I've always struggled with getting shit done, and I think I've got the hang of it, but sometimes I still slip. Just like everybody else, nobody's perfect, and anyone who tells you or anyone who claims that he is perfect is a liar, and he's lying to you or trying to sell you something. So, what I'm about to tell you in this video are techniques and tips that will help you get shit done, especially if you are juggling a lot of things, like myself. I juggle a lot of things, I have to say. So I need these techniques if I want to be productive and to use my time wisely and productively. So, I realized for a long time, the one thing that actually contributed to me not being able to get shit done, and that is lack of clarity. And what I mean by that, when I don't know what I need to do exactly, step by step, and why I need to do it, I tend not to do it. Or I tend to fuck it up, or I tend to do it in a lousy manner. Okay? So the first thing that you need to do is to be clear on what you want to achieve and how you are going to achieve it step by step. Clarity is the most important factor when it comes to getting shit done. If you do not have a clear image, a clear visualization of what you want to accomplish, you will never be able to accomplish it. And so here is what you need to do. For example, you want to get some stuff done for the next day. The best thing you can do is to actually write it down the night before, because that gives you clarity. When you get up the next morning, you know what you need to do because you already thought about it and you have a clear image in your head of what needs to be done and how to do it. So clarity is the most important factor when it comes to getting shit done. Now, I'm not saying it's the only thing that matters, but it's the most important thing in my estimation, in my opinion, from my personal experience. So the components, besides clarity, that I think help when it comes to getting shit done are, of course, like I said, clarity, knowing how to do what you need to do step by step. In other words, you better chop up the task that you are trying to accomplish into small tasks or into milestones, so you know where you are going and how much progress you have made and how much work is left for you to do before you get everything done, before you finish that task. So have a clear image of what you want to accomplish, and then have a clear image of the steps that you are going to take to accomplish that thing. And you do that by chopping it up into small tasks. So it's doable, it's manageable. Okay? And once you do that, the other factor that you need to have in place to give you an incentive to actually get stuff done is a deadline. You need to give yourself a deadline. You need to have a deadline, and you have to take it seriously, and you have to respect it. Otherwise, it's not going to be effective, and it's not going to mean anything. So say, for example, you want to get something done this week. So you're gonna give yourself a deadline. Maybe you can say, let's say you wanna have that thing done by Sunday. Here's what you need to do. You're gonna put a deadline to yourself on Friday. You're gonna say, by Friday, I should have finished this task. This thing should have been accomplished, done, finished by Friday. So you give yourself a deadline, an early deadline, so you will pressure yourself. You will give yourself an incentive to finish it before the actual deadline. So even if you don't finish it yet, although you have to finish it on Friday, but even if you don't finish it on Friday, God knows something's gonna happen. You never know what life throws at you, some emergency or some accident or whatever. So even if you don't finish it on Friday, then you still have 2 days to actually get it done. So clarity, chop up the task chop up the entire thing into small tasks, and then have a deadline. And then once you have all these components in place, the one thing that you need to help you get in the flow of the work, to help you do the work more efficiently, is a time management technique. You need some kind of time management technique. You can't just go into your desk or whatever and work until you feel tired or whatever and then leave. That's not the most efficient way to utilize your resources, your energy, and your time. So we need some kind of time management technique. Now, these are the factors that helps when it comes to getting shit done. Okay? Now, what are the factors that actually help into not getting shit done? I will just take the factors that help you get shit done and reverse them. So you shouldn't have any idea of what you want to accomplish, so no clarity, okay? No deadline. Try to do everything all at once. Don't chop up the entire thing into small tasks, and have no time management technique. Just go work as much as you want, as much as you feel like, just follow your feelings. Whenever you feel you are tired, just drop everything and go sleep. That's it. That's the most guaranteed way for you to not get shit done. Okay, so let me expand on these factors, and I'm going to start with clarity. How can you achieve clarity? Now, what you need to do is you need to have a clear image of what you want to accomplish, and you need to take it out of your head, put it on a piece of paper, or put it on your notes in your laptop. You need to get it out of your head somewhere where you can actually see it. So think of what you need to do, how you are going to do it, have a clear image of the projects you want to accomplish, and then write it down on paper or write it down on your laptop where you can see it. Okay? Clarity is really important, so you need to have it in front of you so you could see it clearly. Okay? Now, the second thing you need to do, the second point, the second factor that I want to expand upon is the technique of chopping up the entire thing into small tasks. Now, of course, what you need to do first is you need to create an outline of how you are going to tackle this project. So just write a simple outline, and then try to define which parts of this project are difficult than others. Okay, so you find the difficult parts and you start with them. You start with the most difficult parts of the project because you still have energy, you are still in your full power, so you can tackle them better. Okay, so start with the most difficult parts of the projects, and then the rest you can tackle easily. And you just need to start the work. It doesn't have to be perfect, you just have to get into the flow, and then as you get into the flow of the work, everything's gonna clear up for you. Okay, so yeah, achieve clarity through writing whatever you are going to do on a piece of paper or on your laptop. Chop up the entire thing into smaller tasks, and then prioritize the difficult parts first, and then go and finish the rest easily. And then what you also need to do is you need to set a deadline. Okay, and when you set a deadline, you have to respect your own word. If you have no respect for your own word, you're going to lose respect for yourself. And if you lose respect for yourself, you're not going to be able to do anything, because you don't trust yourself enough to do anything. And you always flake on yourself. So if you put a deadline, respect it. Now, if you are honest with yourself and you know you can't actually respect your own word, you need to work on this issue. But for the purposes of this video, we're not going to talk about how to solve that problem. That's an entire problem in itself. But if you can't trust yourself, if you can't trust your own word, then have a friend hold you accountable. Okay, so you're gonna go and ask one of your trusted friends, tell him, I need to get this shit done by this date, and then he will hold you accountable. So if you don't get it done, he might lose respect for you, he might call you names, he might stop hanging out with you. So you just make some kind of arrangement. You just create an incentive for yourself to get that shit done. Because what I notice, a lot of people, if they work for some boss, they will always get shit done they will always respect the deadline that their boss gives them. But they can't respect their own deadlines. When they set a deadline for themselves, they can't truly respect it. Yet they respect the deadline that their bosses give them. I guess they are afraid of the consequences of what's going to happen if they don't deliver the work on time when it comes to working with their boss. So that's why you need to present some kind of bad consequences if you don't respect your own deadline. So use friends, use family, whatever it takes, you need to respect your own deadline. Okay? You have to link your ego and your reputation to your word. You have to link them together. And when you ask for help from a friend or a family, then your ego and your reputation is on the line. So you don't want your friend to think you are a loser, someone who doesn't respect his own word. You don't want your family to think you are a loser, someone who doesn't respect his own word. So when you delegate this task into an outsider, into some kind of a supervisor, it will give you more incentive to actually respect the deadline you set for yourself. So yeah, achieve clarity, chop up the work, hold yourself accountable, set a deadline, and then have a time management technique. You need to have some kind of time management technique. I like to use the Pomodoro technique, which is quite easy. So basically you're gonna work for, say, 25 minutes, and you're gonna rest for 10 minutes, and then work for 25 minutes, rest for 10 minutes. You're gonna keep doing this until you finish 2 hours of work. Okay, so instead of working 2 hours straight, which you can't do, you will get distracted. You're gonna go check the fridge, you will check up your phone. What you need to do is you need to work for 25 minutes with laser-like focus, zero distractions. Turn off your phone, turn off the notifications. Focus completely on your task for 25 minutes. And the beautiful thing about this technique is that even when you think about going to check out the fridge, for example, or check your phone, or go for a little walk, you know that you are that you have a short time frame to focus. So you're gonna wait until that 25 minutes is up before you go for a walk or check your phone or whatever during that 10 minutes. Okay? So it doesn't have to be 25 and 10 minutes. You adapt it to your own pace. So you might even start with 15 minutes of deep work, of deep focus and deep work, and then 5 minutes break, and then 15 minutes work. You can do 25 minutes and 10 minutes break. As you exercise, as you grow your concentration muscle, you might even do 1 hour of deep work, deep concentration, 30 minutes break, and then 1 hour, and so on and so forth. Okay? So time management techniques really help. They really helped me. So you should give them a try if you want to get shit done. Okay? And of course, what comes with time management is eliminating distractions. You need to eliminate distractions. Put your phone on airplane mode. Go somewhere where people are not going to, where people cannot have access to you. So if you live with your family, for example, some of your family member will come and, disrupt your flow states, and you're going to lose focus. So maybe you can go to a coffee shop, maybe you can close the door and close your room or whatever. Set yourself in a place where there is no distraction. You need zero distractions if you want to focus and if you want to have quality work, quality deep work, and concentration. You need to put yourself in a flow state. Music can also help. I like to listen to lo-fi music if I'm writing or if I'm doing some kind of work that requires thinking. If I'm not doing work that requires thinking, I listen to music or a podcast. But I think music helps also to concentrate. So use whatever tools helps you concentrate and relax and get into a flow state. You can use those tools when it comes to working and trying to get stuff done. Okay? So yeah, getting shit done is a skill. It also requires practice. So you need to practice it more often if you want to be good at it. Implement the tips and tricks I've just told you, and let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have tried them already, let me know what you think about them. Did they help you? Did they not? What worked for you? What didn't? If you find value in this video, share it with your friend. If you know one of your friends who cannot get shit done, send this video to him. Help him out, and that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and see you in the next video.